Okay, so we're leaving Spain today, going to France. And instead of doing 19 hours of flying where we had to go through multiple airports, Jeremy found us a bus to take us to another airport, or a coach, and then we can fly out from there. So
yeah, it was quite complicated. Granada, you know, you'd think you'd be able to fly here and then there. 2 stops done. Connecting flight through Madrid or Barcelona. Not the case. The suggestions were to take a train to Madrid, go from there to fly to Barcelona and then to Paris and then to, I'm like, are you kidding me? We're gonna take a bus and then take a one-way flight, non-stop. Here we go.
nice.
Have fun?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
33 is our good number, baby.
Yeah. We're at the bus terminal here, and it reminds me a lot of the Tulum bus terminal. We did buses in Mexico a few times. This one's way more organized though. There's actually a board up on the wall that says what parking spot your bus is going to be at and what time. Everybody's really nice. It's somewhat quiet. It's not hectic. When we were in Mexico trying to get on the bus, we were told it was a parking spot that didn't have a sign, and then continuously other buses would come into that spot, and then we would say, is this one ours? Because none of the buses had the actual signs. But here, all of the buses have their own markings, and the spots are labeled and there's a sign, so that's nice.
This is crazy. Literally never seen something so uncivilized. Holy crap. No one wants to be left behind.
This is what happens when you don't give someone a seat assignment. And I want to get on.
It's like, this isn't Disneyland. Disneyland has a better process. Don't get left behind. Got left behind.
Sorry, it looks like you were late. Yeah, we understand that you paid for your ticket and everything, and you know, there's a logistics problem here. I don't understand. What can I do
about it? Universal sign.
You know, you can probably ride like the next one in like an hour, maybe. Go get a cup of coffee. Don't worry about it. Got to the bus station. We're gonna go find a taxi and then head to the airport. Should be a 15-minute drive. Over here waiting to check my bag, and I sent Allie to go get coffee, so here she is. Going to Bordeaux, but we were looking at the flight logs of where everything's at, and looks like we're going to go to Bordeaux, and that's in the Philippines, so hopefully we end up at the right place.
Let's go. Welcome to the VIP lounge at the Malaga airport. Better than the Granada one because it has a VIP lounge, basically. Your last Spanish tortilla for a while, babe.
Yep. Spanish tortilla.
which is actually an omelet.
With potatoes. Nice. There's a good spread here. It's nice spacious little lounge. Priority pass. Get it before it's gone.
I like this lounge. I feel like the vegan options were adequate. I honestly can't remember eating fresh leaf salad apart from the resort in Mallorca. Normally it's just a burrata salad, mostly cheese with a little bit of like arugula or something. So that was nice. I cannot believe we're going to France. I haven't been in France. I haven't been to France in 7 years. I spent quite a bit of time there, about 2 months there 1 year, and I forgot all the French that I used to know. So voila, I remember that much. We'll see how it goes, because we've been in Spanish-speaking countries a lot, so Spain was not that difficult, and my Spanish has been rehearsed a lot more living in California. You use Spanish a lot more, so that'll be interesting. The very positive thing so far for me is since we've been in Spain, my body has not had a bad food reaction. Normally, once we started traveling the world, every single country, there'd be at least 1 to 2 times my body would have a really bad reaction, be like vomiting or like very, very not well. And it's been fine. So I credit that partly to the fact that we're starting to go to the grocery store a little bit more and like balance out our meals out, as well as me just resolving that I have to be extra cautious about things and can't just like wing things, can't just accept, you know, that things are the way that I'm told that they are. If I'm at a restaurant, you really lose a lot of control over what's going on and what happens in the kitchen. So I'm very happy about that, and I hope to keep my streak going for France because it's nice.
Okay, how's this? Do I look comfy?
How's the Blanco Vermouth Martini brand?
This is a gin.
Oh.
Maybe I should take yours. Can you tell the difference? I can. So we got a Martini Vermouth Blanco, which Martini is the brand. I've never had one before. Actually, I like it. It's nice. Totally different than other alcohols. Very interesting. Very like nice to the nose and very like sweet and floral. Interesting. So every country's got its own thing, and I like to try the local stuff, so that's what we did. So we are going to fly nonstop to Bordeaux. We'll be there in a couple hours, and we're starting on the south of France. We're going to work our way to the center of France by tours, and we're going to visit some palaces. Well, let me start in Bordeaux. We're flying into Bordeaux, and it's all about the wine there. And the cellars, the bodegas, I'll have to learn what, maybe it's just cellar in French, I don't know. Some of the most fascinating wine comes out of the southern spots of France. And one of the most important wine regions in the world. Very, very fascinating. So we're gonna get to tour a bunch of those. Lots of Michelin star restaurants there. Hopefully we get to eat at 1 or 2. And then we're gonna go to the center of France, which is by tours. Can't remember the name exactly right now. We're gonna visit some beautiful, beautiful buildings, architecture, gardens, lots of palaces and castles, and amazing Renaissance style buildings. So a lot more about that soon. And then we're gonna take our way over to the corner, the northwest of France, to one of the #1 destinations in all of France. Beautiful castle. I think it's Mount Saint Michel, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful castle that's perched in a city in like this enclosed kind of circular city on the water. And so sometimes the tide comes in and it locks people in. There are actually 42 residents in the city, but everybody goes, one of the #1 destinations in all of France. So then we're going to spend a couple days in Normandy and experience, you know, what it was like during D-Day and go through some history. I feel like it's important for World War II. and that's the northern west part of France, closer to Paris. And then we're gonna spend a little bit of time in Paris, get to see some of the sights, get to eat some of the food. It's gonna be fantastic. And we're gonna close off our trip in Nice, which is south of France, the other side. Bordeaux's on the inside left, Nice is on the right. And so that's gonna be really, really wonderful. We have a little sneak peek trip in the middle there, and we're gonna surprise you. And we're surprising ourselves with. And so that'll be fun. We'll tell you about that later.
All right, let's go. You guys ever heard of this? Look at this. We leave at 16:45. 15:45, it says last call.
4:15. Maybe they just wanted to board really fast. You know?
Okay, you guys got it? Do you understand what to do? Perfect.
That guy.
If you're looking at the ocean and
No,
a fire
no, no.
fog,
This is the baby Cyclops. He's looking, and then he opens up, and then he breaks.
Here's my favorite one.
No, this one right here is my favorite because it's the earwaxing, like the Chinese earwax thing that they do. The earwax. The earwig where they...
It's like the hieroglyphics.
Yeah, when you're at Six Flags and you got people around the bottom of the slide, you get out of the way. So you get out of the way because then you got the cannonball kid that always comes in.
But you know what? This one, there's two, so you can race someone.
It is racing.
That looks like a fair to me.
This is a doubles and that's a single.
So you have two options. So here, if you lose your shoe, or your bag is probably under the seat, so make sure you check.
Feels good in Bordeaux. Wow, feels nice here. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. So glad we made it. Time to drink some wine. This airport is, reminds me of the Kansas City airport a little bit, except for you walk onto your flight, walk off your flight, which is always a fun experience. And it's really pretty outside.
Customs and immigration were very, very easy.
Very easy. The guy was like,
Customs didn't exist, immigration was...
he looked at my facial hair and he said,
You look okay.
he could be French. What do you think, babe?
It's all coming back to me now, as Celine would say in English.
Now what you mean is you've been here once before.
Yeah.
And you're remembering a few words.
Several times.
Several times. You've been to Bordeaux several times?
No, no.
Okay, you've been to France several times.
Really?
Okay, all right, so we're learning French.
Yes.
Okay. Taxi ride in. Whoa! Felt like I was in Manhattan. We almost got to 60 bucks and I think it was a 15-minute ride. Crazy. That meter was running faster. Joke. I'm thinking of a joke. Okay. Okay, here we go. Go. Thinking of a joke. Thinking of a joke. No, it's gonna be a bad one. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, it's coming back to me. Où est la gare? Where is the train station? Let's see. What could I tell you right now? What's a good story I could tell you? So if you go to a shop, you go in and you say, parlez-vous anglais? And they say no. And you say, très bien. Very good. Mais, moi, see, I'm going to Spanish. Moi,
Hola! Hola!
moi, petit déjeuner, un pain de chocolat, sans gluten, avec un café au lait, avec lait d'almende, and yeah, so you know, it's a little rusty, but it's coming back. I do remember very clearly the word go is Ali. So a lot of people be like, let's go, or like, you know, people just saying go, 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 or like, let's go this way. And every time I just think they're calling my name. So I'd be like, what? So yeah, this has been French Lessons with Ali. I really like to try to learn the languages because honestly, I'm a tad bit of a control freak at times. And it really helps me feel, and it makes me feel more in control to be able to communicate. Plus it's kind of like you're a spy learning a secret code, which is always really fun. Bordeaux!
Welcome to Bordeaux. Wow, this place is fun. So we saw our first crepe place and we had to stop.
Didn't get any further.
So fun. Here we are. Crepe Angel. And you got a gluten-free crepe.
I got a gluten-free vegetarian crepe, which I'm excited about. I haven't had a crepe in a very long time. The last time I had a crepe is, there's a place in Hermosa Beach called Crème de la Crepe. And Jeremy and I went there probably 4 years ago, and that's literally the last crepe I've ever had, so.
I was like, we're in France. We have to get a crepe.
True.
And I saw this guy, Chez La Pepper.
So we're gonna go see a movie tonight and do like a normal date night, which I'm really excited about.
Normal date night?
Yeah, like what normal people do instead of like going to a new country. Oh, we did that too for our date night. But we're going to see a movie. When I was living in France for a couple months, I went to see movies as a way to try to learn French faster. So I remember I had bought The Hunger Games in French, the book, and I was having the worst time reading it because I would get stuck so often. So I'd like write in the book like what the new word was. So then I went to the cinema to see it, and it was like, it was really helpful. And then I realized Katniss really doesn't talk at all, which was interesting too.
So the Hunger Games wasn't like a food festival?
No, the Hunger Games novel series was the cool thing at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're seeing.
You're looking French today, babe.
We're seeing the movie in English, so thank you. So very disappointing crepe situation. When we asked the lady what was gluten-free, she said, oh, these ones are gluten-free. So I was like, I saw the word vegetarian and I was like, I'm going for it. That's gonna be mine. Somehow, the vegetarian was a salad. Oh! And I didn't even film it, partly because I was so bummed, and then partly because we were talking with family the whole time over FaceTime, so it was like hard to film, but I snuck a little bit of Jeremy's crepe, you know, the little edge with just the cheese on it, and I was like, man, here I am for the first time in like months. I'm like, I'm gonna order something other than a salad because it's gluten-free and it's our first day here in France. And a salad comes out on accident, and it was like a little bit of a bummer. Like a little bit of a like, oh. No, I guess I just attract them. They look at me and they're like, salad for her. That looks like that's right. Have I mentioned lately I love Europe? We made it. Movie time.
We did. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully it's in English. Alright, the movie got out at midnight, and I'm floored. There's people out on bicycles, strolling around at midnight. There's a mom with a baby bicycle seat in the back. She put the kid down to sleep, and she's gonna go for a quick little jaunt around the neighborhood with her friends at 12:10 a.m. Only saw this one other time in Vienna. We were eating, we got in super late. I was so hungry. This was like 1 a.m. And then we see like this like neon light like parade of bicyclists and roller skaters. Like, what? I don't get it. It's college kids.
Jeremy didn't study in Europe and go to university in Europe, but I spent a year studying in England at university, and I can tell him, I'm trying to help him understand that this is absolutely normal behavior. There's nothing abnormal about this. Stay out till 2 or 3. Why not? It's the weekend. You're young. You got energy. He doesn't believe me, but leave a comment below. Tell him this is 100%, like, you'd be shocked if this wasn't happening.